Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Lady and the Tramp 2019. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And my name is Craig Stew, and I am Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one, though I go by many names, such as Spot, and Butch, and Hey, get out of the trash.
Hey, get out of the trash.
What?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Was this joke in the original movie?
Yeah, twice.
Okay. The thing is...
Did you watch the original movie too recently?
I didn't watch it recently. This is like the first movie I had to go back and like refresh myself because I'm not gonna lie, I've not seen Lady and the Tramp since I've seen Oliver and Company. Because if I'm going to watch a Disney movie with cartoon animals that are talking to each other, it's gonna be Oliver and Company. And if I want to watch a live action one, it's gonna be Homeward Bound. Although you're not allowed to like Homeward Bound anymore, I believe, because of all the animals that got hurt during it, and I get that. But yeah, I had to refresh myself a little bit.
I like how you say that the last time you saw this movie was when you saw Oliver and Company,
Well,
and then you immediately say, I would watch Oliver and Company. So...
Well, because I would watch Oliver and Company instead of this movie every other instance.
I remember Oliver and Company was good.
Yeah,
I remember
it's wonderful.
I remember as a kid crying when we saw the little kitties in the
No spoilers!
Hold on. Well, I know he's spoiling literally the beginning of the movie, but
like 2 seconds in.
Yeah, I know. It's
Oliver and Company. It's Oliver Twist. They're orphans. It's the same.
Oh my
relax,
god,
relax,
dude, I'm trying to go in completely
No,
blind, like no previews, no commercials or anything before we go through Oliver and Company, and you're just screwing everything up.
Look, what I meant was that I'm not going to go back and rewatch Lady and the Tramp when I can just rewatch Oliver and Company.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I've seen Oliver and Company like 30 times, while I've seen Lady and the Tramp maybe like twice.
I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
But now have you re-seen Lady and the Tramp, the original, in preparation for this?
I refreshed myself on parts and bits. Like, I skimmed through it just to say, you know what? It's been a while. I know there's things that are different here. Just let me figure out what. So I rewatched the Keep moments.
It's a good thing you did, because I didn't.
Did you even see the original Lady and the Tramp?
A very, very long time ago when I was a kid, yeah.
I have never. So... You guys, well, I guess Casca's just going to be my expert.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll jump in there. Yeah, honestly, they're not that different of movies.
The most prominent difference is the only thing I remember from
we're going to get there.
Original.
Yeah,
we're gonna get
there.
there.
Don't spoil anything.
I'm sure even Richard knows this one.
I have to ask this.
Yeah.
In the original, was it also like an hour 45 minutes?
No, the original is a much shorter movie.
Because this was fucking terrible.
This was rough. But man, it was so hard to watch this one.
Oh my! I had to do it 2 sittings.
I did it one sitting, but luckily I had company.
It wasn't. It was fine.
No, you feel the length of this movie, man. Like, the original isn't, like, the original's also kind of a boring movie. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not, but at least it knew when to leave. This one is still a boring movie, but sticks around much longer than it ever should. Like, cool, these dogs are flirting with each other. Richard, take notes on this, because I hope you did, buddy, because he does a pretty good job. But I don't need to see it for that long!
I don't know what flirting is.
Well, then...
It's what the man at the Taco Bell drive-thru does with you.
That's actually very true.
Okay, so the guy, he just asks me about my life and makes like little jokes here and there. That's it.
That's flirting.
Boom.
That's flirting.
Holy shit.
Wow, you coming all this way to see little old me? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, that guy's flirting with you hard, buddy.
I mean, he's not saying it like in that way,
he is.
but you made him a lot more flamboyant than he actually is.
I didn't make him flamboyant. I made him playful.
Oh, are you here to see little old me?
That's not flamboyant at all.
Well, you gave him a higher pitched voice than he has, and you made him sound a lot more excited.
That's not okay. I think you're just getting a little defensive here, buddy.
Sorry, I'm so attractive that the Taco Bell man wants to talk to me.
He just wonders how you can keep that amazing figure with all the Taco Bell you eat, because he knows how much Taco Bell you eat.
Craig thinks you have an amazing figure.
Thanks, Greg, and thank you, Taco Bell man.
No problem.
I do what I can. Let's just fucking dive into this.
Yeah, let's go to Lady and the Tramp deep dive.
Live action Lady and the Tramp deep dive.
Live action featuring your favorites such as Tessa Thompson and Justin Theroux, who I have no idea who they are, but they seemed important.
Tessa
These
Thompson
people?
is she was Valkyrie in the Thor movies.
Oh, is that who that is?
And she was also in that recent Men in Black movie.
Great.
I think she's been in other things, but those were probably, you know.
Wait, was she like that main lady in Men in Black?
She was the main character, yeah.
Huh.
Was that called Men in Black International?
Men in Black
Am I
International,
crazy?
yeah.
Okay, that doesn't seem like a great title, but it's fine.
Don't worry, it wasn't that good.
I'm sure it wasn't.
For some reason, I want to say that I know her from Westworld, but that might just be another black lady.
Yeah, I think that's a different black lady.
Well, damn. Now I look bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Because Disney fixed all the stereotypes for you.
What's the other guy I'm not familiar with?
Okay. So he's just a no-name. That's fine.
I don't think he's
matter.
in. I'm sure he's on.
No, I definitely looked him up and he had some roles. I just don't care.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter.
But weren't there some other good roles people in this movie?
Probably.
Some of the
I
other.
couldn't tell
Oh, Helen.
He had the funny.
Fucking what's her
I was
face
gonna say.
from Drake and Josh
And Community.
and Community.
everything
Yeah.
else.
What is her name?
Yvette Nicole Brown.
Yes. Yeah. She's very good.
Yeah, she's funny.
Oh, and Sam Elliott.
And yeah, Sam Elliott's there. Thank you. And you have the funny
Wait, who
Asian
was he?
guy.
Who was he?
He was the Bloodhound.
Okay.
Hey there, Richard. It's me.
And
Sam
yeah, the
Elliott.
funny Asian man.
Yeah,
from-
funny Asian man showed up, and he had the perfect amount of funny Asian man.
Ken Jeong. For the
Yeah,
2-second
wait.
role, he just played a doctor
that's perfect.
again.
That's perfect. It's perfect.
yeah.
That's the best role for him. He did such a great job. I love that one little scene with him.
But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Let's just dive in, because I guess it's Christmas, and we're all opening presents, and the man person is going to give a present to the lady person. And
Wait. Oh, okay.
yeah, she opens up that present, and the dude gave a lady.
The gift of lady.
Aw,
Yep.
little pup, little cocker spaniel.
Yeah, so we're introduced to our first puppy of the movie, which is the lady in the lead role of the film.
Are you talking about the darling?
Is that what?
The darling.
Her name. It's not actually her name, but that's what.
The dog refers to her, and I guess the man refers.
The
to
man
her
always
stuff, and
refers
she's
to
the
her as darling.
Yeah.
So then that's what Lady believes that is her name.
Yeah, she keeps calling her the darling.
Weird.
Yeah, it's fun. It's cute. I mean, she's a dog. Back off, man.
Exactly, and if all she ever hears is darling, that's her name. That's
Okay. Well, I guess that they kept saying darling in this very long stretch of nothing happening, in which they just show the family loving the dog and giving her a collar.
Yeah. It took a little while to get that collar, though.
Oh my
Not
god, it was like freaking
Yeah.
10 minutes. Holy crap.
Well, I think Casca's talking about it in real time.
No, in real time.
Like-
Like they had this dog for a while
Yeah.
and didn't bother to give it a collar for quite a bit.
Yeah, like
It's just like
when you-
Lady 194. What is that? The number of days you waited to get this dog a freaking collar?
Yeah,
what are
like
you
you
doing?
buy when you get a dog, just get it a collar. It's part of the thing.
It was wild. I didn't get it. I was luckily with my little sister at the time. We're watching this, making jokes the whole time, and she pointed that out to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know why they waited to get this dog a collar. It was a different time period, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't even believe that your sister was willing to watch this.
Oh, it was her idea.
No, it was my idea, you idiot.
Well, no.
It was her idea to watch it with him.
Yeah, it was like earlier. Like I watched this movie earlier than I normally watch these movies. And she said, "Do you want to watch Lady and the Tramp?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I have to watch that anyway."
Did you tell her why you had to watch it?
She knows why.
Oh, okay.
She's a big Disney Dunce fan.
Yeah, she's a huge fan. And also, I have to say, I enjoyed this movie a lot more because I got to watch it with her. Because at least the first half of the movie was nothing but jokes about them being an interracial couple in a time period where maybe that wasn't the best thing in the world.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
why did it take so long to get the dog collar? It was like, oh well, their house like got burnt down 3 times, so they spent the last $6 on their third house here, so they had to wait a little bit.
because this probably was what, like the 20s, 30s, something
I
like
don't
that.
know. I didn't even look it up, but it felt weird.
Yeah.
Like I felt like what? I get it. These things happen, and she is a wealthy black lady. She comes from a wealthy family. They made that abundantly clear. I'm sure different social classes can do whatever the heck they want.
Yeah, like she might have a plantation. We don't know.
Yeah, so I understand. For all I know, this took place much later, and we're assholes.
Well, no, it definitely didn't because there's freaking horse-drawn carriages.
Yeah, but there's also cars.
Yeah,
There's
so
cars
that's what I'm
there.
saying. Like the 20s or 30s. It's like, I think it's.
You don't know how long people kept horses around.
This could also just be a fictional world that is, where
Well, now
time
you're
doesn't
just
occur.
being an asshole.
What do you mean?
It's a fictional world. Get out of here.
Hey, shut up.
Anyway, it's funny to me.
It's Christmas 1909 is where it takes place.
Oh
That's the
my
year.
god, 1909.
See, they didn't even have black people back then.
And it is in
They weren't invented yet.
oh my god.
So anyway,
But yeah, couldn't do that in the theater, so good job, Disney, releasing this one direct to video on demand.
direct to stream services everywhere.
Well, no, just the one.
Well, I mean, if you don't have Disney Plus, then yeah, it's released nowhere for you.
You can't watch it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm sure it'll get released from the Disney Vault and be put on Blu-ray or whatever is popular at the time. So just wait a few months.
Laserdisc 2.
I don't think that's coming.
Ah, man, imagine though.
You never know.
I mean, you're gonna need a Laserdisc to fit all this freaking. Why is this movie so long? Let's.
All right, so
And it's even longer if you watch the extras.
There's extras?
You didn't watch the extras? I told you to.
No, you didn't.
you didn't say anything about the extras.
You're right. I didn't say anything. I don't even know if
Yeah.
it has extras.
I'm
But
sure
I
it
know
doesn't.
that.
Some movies do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Craig.
No, but usually on the streaming services, don't they not have like? I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
Look, let's just talk about what we did watch.
Guys, the lady has a rat problem. That's all I know.
The house
And she has
The
a bunch of
neighborhood.
friends.
The
The
neighborhood,
neighborhood has a
yeah.
rat problem.
She has 2 friends.
Yeah, she has 2 friends. They don't matter. Well,
Actually, they matter.
They do matter.
Yeah, they help save the day, but also this is like one of the big changes that kind of confused me. I didn't really get it.
oh, yeah. I don't know what the big change is, but yeah, I like her one friend that just gets like a bunch of paintings done of her.
Yeah, that's the big change. That's Jacques. Originally a dog. It's a big change,
Was it a boy?
everyone. It was a male. Yeah, it was a boy who was actually kind of in love with Lady. But they just made it a woman all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, this is. I mean, it's fine. It's just a little white. It was a little weird.
That would have been a good love triangle, though.
Yeah, what if you put a little spice in this movie? It's rather not very action, or nothing happens in this movie for a while. But a love triangle would have been something. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a weird change. I understand the other changes they make, but this one's just weird to me. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah.
It's still named Jacques, though. I think that was his name. Her name. Their name.
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
I think it
Oh,
was-
is that why?
Just Jock.
They just said Jacques.
Jock.
No, I know they said Jacqueline at one point.
They probably do call it. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed the
She
name
may
to
have said
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
But the
Yeah.
dog's name, they definitely call her Jacques.
Well, the thing is, like, with all of these collars, they charge per character. So, apparently that
back
family
then,
was also
I mean-
poor.
Yeah, well, I don't know about poor.
well, fine, was buying
actually,
a bunch of
now that I
houses
think
because
about,
their houses got burned down.
Why did their house get burned down?
I don't know.
Because people didn't like the interracial couple. We talked about that.
No, the interracial couple one I get. I'm talking about the lady with Jacques.
Oh.
Interspecies couple.
She was white.
Oh boy,
She was white.
I know she was. That's
She
why
was
I'm asking
perfectly
why-
safe.
Her house got burned down because, well, fire spreads people.
Of course.
That's true. Oh,
Stupid. I hate you guys.
There was just that.
what do we do?
During the.
I don't know.
I'm just the opening credits of this movie is just like the Klan outside their.
I must have missed that part. It's hard to see them because of all the snow, but they're out there.
They're willing to keep the Klansmen in this movie, but they're willing to take the Michael Jackson episode of The Simpsons off the service.
Again, that's not Disney's fault. That's the producers.
I'm
of The
blaming
Simpsons.
someone.
Blame. I forgot the people involved in The Simpsons already. Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Hank Azaria.
Don't blame Azaria.
He said if they have to get rid of my Apu, then they gotta get rid of that Michael Jackson episode.
At least I didn't molest children, allegedly. Classic Hank.
I only made a bunch of people while Indian kids get bullied in school.
He did not make them. The children just chose to bully them.
Craig, can we get your best thank you come again?
I can honestly. I never bullied like Indian friends without proving.
I bullied the hell out of my Indian friends, but not once did I compare them to Apu Nahasapina Petalon. I'm better than that.
All the Indian people I know did really well for themselves after high school.
Congratulations to them.
Much like Apu.
Yeah, thanks to Apu.
Wait, I didn't say thanks to Apu.
Oh.
Hold up.
Maybe it was thanks to Apu. I don't know.
In spite of Apu, maybe.
In spite of Apu.
Although, I think Apu's a pretty great character. He does a lot of good things.
You know what?
Whatever.
Now that you
Yes.
mention it, all of the Indian people complaining about Apu, they're doing pretty well for themselves too.
Yeah, that's true. Also.
And Apu was doing pretty well for himself. He was a shop owner, hard worker.
Yeah. The biggest playboy in Springfield.
There you go.
He has a wife with 90 million kids.
Well, Po Buddy's Nerfic, right?
Let's talk about the fucking dog movie.
Yeah, I guess we go back to that.
Okay.
I mean, there are parallels here, people. So don't get mad at us. It's not
I
a
don't see what
tangent.
parallels we made.
We're gonna get there. Trust me.
Okay. So, Lady brags about her new collar that she got from her humans and says, like, hey, I'm part of the family now. But, guys, not for long. Because there's a baby on the way. And we're going to leave you at that cliffhanger for now. And talk about Tramp.
She didn't say that at all.
She doesn't even know. She's like, Darling's belly's getting kind of big.
No, we're not even there yet.
Oh, that's later on.
She's just happy to get a collar.
Yeah, but we know that there's a baby on the way. She doesn't.
Give Lady her moment, man.
Yeah. But this is like the big cliffhanger. Like, we see that everything's going well for her and she's super happy. But we, as the viewer, know something's going on. There's going to be a baby soon.
We know we're going to kick this dog out of the house.
Yeah.
No, who's that cruel?
Right on the
Other
street.
than these people, clearly.
Well, I, being a very diligent watcher, knew that this was happening.
It's not because you're a watcher, because you hate dogs. We already know this. This isn't like some big secret. You despise dogs. You wish they were
dude.
all dead.
If you saw,
No, you hate dogs. It's okay.
Like, if you saw the man, he had
fine.
his hand like all over
Buddy,
his wife's belly,
Yeah, no,
not
I
even looking at the
understand
dog.
that the wife. Oh, great!
He's got to have his eyes on the dog constantly.
Yeah. Obviously, if you're not constantly staring at the dog, you no longer.
It's
love
like
it.
they're you know
Also,
they're
I know
going
you
at
think
it.
this
He's just
guy's-
staring
I
at the
don't think
dog
this
the whole
guy's
time.
eyes is in frame. Like, I think it's a close up onto the man holding the lady's belly.
You want to fucking bet? Let's get Disney Plus up right now.
I don't, because this is a weird argument you're making. He's not staring at the dog,
It
so
also-
therefore he's gonna planning to throw it in the street.
It doesn't even happen. So what is Rich talking about?
It happens.
It's not their fault. It will respond playing the movie for you. Did you watch the film?
Honestly, Craig, he was too busy playing World of Warcraft. This isn't new.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't playing World of Warcraft.
He was playing World of Warcraft.
I was watching my movie
Wow.
while taking diligent notes about the
No.
man's gaze.
If he was playing World of Warcraft, we wouldn't have a problem in World of
No,
Warcraft.
Craig, we still have a problem with World of Warcraft.
I hate you guys. Can we talk about
No.
Tramp now? Because we're not even like a quarter of the way through my notes.
Let's go to Tramp.
Yeah, throw your notes in the fucking garbage. You don't need them.
We need these notes because we wouldn't have all of these like special insights that I'm able to give the listeners.
Zero. You have offered zero special insight since we started this fucking show. I don't mean this one in particular. I mean as a whole.
Tramp is in the train yard.
He's in the train yard and we see he's getting into trouble. He's stealing sandwiches from hardworking gentlemen. And we see he's a good dude though. Like he's giving his stolen sandwiches to other dogs, you know.
The little pups.
Yeah, little pups.
I liked that
Because they
scene.
scammed them.
I liked that scene. When the pups are like, please, can I have it? And he goes, that's not your real voice.
Turns out it was.
He goes, is that's really your voice? I thought that was cute.
Yeah. But like he's helping those little pups out. He also sees that a dog catcher is gonna like catch some like street rat dogs and put them down, and Tramp is helping those boys out, making sure that they don't die.
I mean, they're not strangers to him. These are known entities. These are his friends here. He sees them locked up in a cage.
Oh, so he's...
This isn't something out of the goodness of his heart. This is his friends.
Yeah, he knows them.
And not only that, but they have to do a lot of convincing before he can even bother to attempt to help them.
I didn't think that he had friends. I thought he was like a
He
lone
has
wolf.
plenty of friends. Oh my god, they have a whole song later about how much they love their friend Tramp, despite his flaws.
Yeah, they're his friends, but he's kind of, but he says he's a lone wolf.
Yeah,
He doesn't need
he's a
anybody.
loner. Yeah.
He puts on a facade.
I don't know if he puts on a facade. I think he is a loner. But, you know, if you take the time to talk to him, he'll help you out. But he won't stick around, though. Like, the second there's trouble again, he's bailing on you. Like, see ya, suckers.
He's just not a good friend then.
Yeah, he's a friend, though. Can't deny that.
But yeah, that's basically Tramp. And we go back to the humans and learn a little bit more about them because they're having a baby and they're having a baby shower.
Yeah, they want a dirty baby.
Yeah, can't have
Gross.
that. Yeah, and you also got to get it presents for its first shower too.
Yeah.
And that's when we're also introduced to Aunt Sarah, played by Yvette Nicole
Of
Brown.
Helen fame.
That is not my job.
That is not.
Oh, man.
That
I
is
love Drake
not-
and Josh.
Oh, what
There
a,
was also a lot of that happening during my watching of the movie.
she's a delight.
She is. She's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, she's fun in this too. She gets like, I don't know, like a green pot or something.
A very expensive vase for the baby. 'Cause babies love them.
The baby's gonna fit right in. You got to put the baby somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just leave it walking around or nothing. It's a baby. They don't do that.
That's crazy talk.
And this is before walkers existed, so you gotta, yeah. What do you put them in?
In 1909,
A
you put
pot?
them in a pot. Yeah,
You put them in a nice vase.
in a vase. Yeah.
It's a social status thing.
You put them up in a nice vase on like the top shelf in your living room.
Yeah, you don't want the rats to get them.
We'll come to that later.
Especially the really big fucking rats.
Huge rats! That I guess 1909 is just littered with them.
Giant fucking rats.
Hey man, rats do get big. Like, that's not even like a joke. Like, have you seen a giant rat?
No?
Like, go to a cool pet store and you'll see giant rats for sale.
I seen
get
Splinter.
big. Okay, hold on. That's not even anything. Stop talking to me.
Master Splinter.
No, I got what you meant. Don't talk to me.
Okay.
Oh, can I talk to you?
Yeah, but only about Lady the Tramp.
Okay, so Lady, she's really jealous of this really expensive vase that the baby's getting, and she starts acting out, and guys, she is called probably the worst thing in the world that you can say to a dog. Do you know what that is? I hate you guys. It's bad dog.
Oh.
What? What are you doing?
I'm just like, she just wanted walkies. Leave her alone.
What?
She just wanted
Yeah,
walkies.
she's a dog.
She just wanted walkies.
Yeah, this whole thing, I'm just like, she is
This scene is so heartbreaking to me. She
because
wanted
she's
walkies.
just a fucking dog.
It was time for walkies, and she's walking around with her leash, and the darling and the man are just ignoring her. She just wants walkies.
Jim Deere,
Give her
by
walkies.
the way. We did
Jim Deere. Yes.
His
yes,
name was
yes.
Jim Deere.
Jim Deere.
Yeah.
I was wondering why you were saying it like an idiot, calling it walkies.
Because she's
That's
a
what they're
dog.
called. Yeah.
She wanted to go for a walk.
Yeah, it's time for walkies.
I've only heard people say walkies when they're talking about walkie-talkies.
No,
When
they
you're
call them
talking to your
talkies.
dog, you say, "Hey, you want to go for walkies?"
Yeah,
It's like
it's
a
time
thing.
for walkies. Yeah, and that's how Lady refers to them, as walkies. Because
Well, Craig doesn't have a dog, so I don't trust him. You don't either. You guys are idiots.
I've had dogs.
I haven't, but I like dogs, unlike you.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being thrown under the bus here.
You're not being thrown under the bus. We're just pointing facts at you because you want to say you don't have a dog. Which again, I've had multiple dogs. How many have you had? Have you even taken a dog for walkies? Because I feel like you haven't.
I have.
I'm sure you have, Craig. You're a decent human being, despite the alcoholism.
Guys, Lady goes outside and she vents her problems to her BFF Tramp, who had stumbled into the yard next door. And
Actually, it was her BFF Trusty who turns out it was Tramp because he's a jerk, I guess. I don't know what his deal was. I wanted to pretend to be a different dog for some reason.
It's like when you get a phone call from a random, like from a number you don't know, and you answer it, and then they think it's somebody else.
You just play along.
And you just play along.
You just put him through a loop until you reveal it's me the whole time.
wait, what?
You never got a phone call saying, "Hey, hey Tim," and you're just like,
And just go along with it.
"Yeah,
I
it's me,
guess.
Tim. What's up?"
Never have I done that.
And then they say, "Crazy party last night," and I say, "Yeah, it was nuts. I got blackout drunk." And then they go, "You did?" And then I say, "Yeah."
And you cry because that's no different than any night for you.
I had an experience like that at the park one time. Not the blackout drunk, but someone came up to me in the park saying like, "Hey, it's good to see you again." And I never saw this man before in my life, and I just went along with it. And like mid handshake, he realized I wasn't the person he thought he was. And
He thought he was.
Because, like,
Turns out
Sounds like it
he
took him
was
a while,
different
though.
man.
It's like,
yeah, like
it
he
sucks.
said, "Good to see you
That
again."
sucks
And I
for
said,
that guy.
and I said, "Oh man, good to see you again too." And then he was all like, "Wait."
see, you know exactly what we're talking about.
I mean, I wasn't talking about that. I've never done that to another human being.
Except that
I don't pretend to be other
I
people.
think in this situation, Rich also believed that he had seen this person before, but it was
I
just
assumed
unsure.
Rich was being polite.
Rich was just like, "Oh crap, do I know this person?"
Well, how about let Richard talk for himself? He's right here.
I just didn't want to make the guy feel bad for having the wrong
see,
person.
That's it. See?
So there you go.
We're good. Being polite.
Yeah. It happened when I was wearing my new glasses, and then I never wore my new glasses since. Because
He didn't.
Don't want to get mistaken for that other guy.
Yeah.
exactly. I do
He
my
might
best.
be a pervert.
Yeah, God forbid I don't get mistaken for one of those.
Wah, wah.
Oh. Anyway, yeah. Lady vents all of her problems to Tramp, who was pretending to be the other guy, other dog. And, well, it was mainly happening because he was being chased by a dog catcher. And then the dog catcher ends up, like, coming to the other house. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was
there's the
bad.
dog catcher tailing him.
The dog catcher shows up. Yeah. Now and then he hides
Yeah.
in the
It's fine.
in the doghouse.
He's in the doghouse now. Ha, right, guys?
Hey.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
You're right. I don't.
And Lady covers for him.
Did she?
Yeah,
I mean,
because he knows something that she doesn't know.
What does he know?
He knows that they're having a baby.
Yeah, he says, yo, people are replacing you with a baby, and next thing you know, the baby gets born, I guess.
The baby moves in and the dog moves out.
Yep. And the baby gets delivered by that Asian man. I forget his name.
Ken Jeong.
Oh, yeah. Ken whatever.
Of The Hangover.
I just know him from Community.
And The Hangover 2. And The Hangover
And
3.
Community,
Yes,
yeah.
Community, specifically. He's great in that.
But yeah, he was great in this too, in which he just got the line. Well, I guess the dad was saying, like, have you ever seen a more beautiful baby?
It's so good.
What does he
Yes,
say?
out of my 38 years of doing this, your baby is the most beautiful baby girl I've ever seen.
And then he says, honey, did you hear what he said?
And then he puts his wall down a little bit, and he talks to a lady for a second. It's very cute. It's very sweet. And he tells her good luck because he knows what's happening here.
Yeah. And next thing you know, like you said, the baby moves in, the dog moves out, and the humans leave as well because they're going on a trip to leave forever. And Aunt Sarah, she's going to take care of the place with her cats.
They're not leaving forever. They're just going on a vacation.
Oh, yeah, a little vacation. To dogs, it's forever.
It is, yes, to dogs.
But yeah, here we get the second, bigger and more understandable change.
The biggest.
What's
probably.
the more?
This is the.
What's
this,
the big change?
The song.
No, yeah, it's the song and the type of cats.
Oh, are they not
no,
Siamese cats?
These are not Siamese cats. No,
I don't know.
These are not Siamese cats at all.
They're
but yes,
Cheshire cats in the original.
They are not Cheshire
They're
cats.
not. They're Siamese cats in the original, and they
Yes,
sing the song, the Siamese cat song.
We are Siamese, if you please.
That was
but
what?
Yes,
Is that the song that they sing in the original?
Yes.
yes,
It's a very racist song.
yeah, it's not. Well, I mean,
No, tell me more about the song. Like,
it is Siamese cats, and they have Asian features with like little cat buck teeth and slanty eyes, and they pronounce all their R's like L's. So it's not the best depiction of Asians in media, I'd argue.
okay.
I think the problem is though, like this movie gets rid of like all accents with the exception of Jacques.
What kind of cats
And
did they use in the movie, though?
These are
Because they look like
what are they?
they do have slanty ass eyes.
Well, no, these are freak. I know what they are. Devon Rexes. They're Devon Rexes.
Those are dinosaurs.
No, those are Tyrannosaurus Rexes. You numbskull. But no, these are Devon Rexes, and they're men this time, and they do a nice little song. It's still a nice scene. They got rid of the offensive parts, and you know what? I will argue that this makes a lot more sense because if you know anything about Siamese cats, they are highly intelligent and super friendly. And I don't see them destroying anyone's houses anytime soon. Well, this type of cat is a lot more rambunctious. It is described as more of a cross between a cat, a dog, and a monkey. Because they're nuts. They just like to play. They like to have fun. You teach them tricks. Also highly intelligent, but they'll fuck up your house
Now,
if you leave them alone.
Is it just me or the cats play a bigger role in the original, or is the scene that it? Because I don't remember. But I recall.
This is just it.
Okay, maybe they just. I don't know, because they were so. I don't know. Always they were. Maybe because they were racist. I would just always remember.
Yeah, they probably stood out more because they had a little more personality.
I guess.
Even if that personality was racist. Like, I feel like, it's such a weird thing because I understand why you made them because these are, they're Siamese cats. This breed hails from Taiwan or whatever. When is it not racist and when is it racist to do an accent, is my question. Like, I understand you shouldn't give them big, bucky cat teeth.
Okay. So I'm an expert on these things and have my own
Okay.
opinions and views. And I don't think it's ever racist to do an accent. It's just insensitive to do an accent. Yes.
Is it insensitive to do an accent?
I don't know.
though?
Because
People have
accents. People have them like.
Yeah.
There are people, I'm sure, in different countries, and they do people do an American accent.
Yeah.
When they or a Southern American accent, like.
Hey, I would like a cheeseburger. That's me.
Yeah, like it depends on the context of what you're saying. Like if I'm talking like that, like I want a cheeseburger now.
Yeah,
Before.
I still don't find that offensive. I think you're a hungry man who wants a cheeseburger.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I'm trying to think of something more insensitive that I can add with it, but
Get your guns. We're shooting up the school. Is better.
get your guns. We're shooting up the school after we eat this cheeseburger and build that wall.
There it is. We did it. I think we found the offensive part.
Yeah. So like if we had like what, just like an Asian guy doing that, like would you say that man is racist or racially insensitive?
I'd laugh.
Yeah, see? Like,
well, I think the part is, like, these cats are Asian. These are Asian cats, and they have an Asian accent. Like, what?
And I think the buck teeth has a lot to do with it.
Well, yeah, the buck teeth is where it's not great.
And the way they're singing the song, like you said, they're pronouncing the
Yeah, I feel like maybe you could have done Siamese cats, but you could have just had them have a slight accent and not pronounce their R's.
Yeah, the buck teeth is
Yeah, the buck teeth is rough. God can defend that. I think it's more of an issue later on in the movie where they again took out the foreign animals.
What foreign animals?
Later on the pound. Yeah, we'll get there.
Gotcha. Okay, so the cats, they sing their song, they remodel the place, and Aunt Sarah, she is not pleased with how they remodeled, but the cats, they just kind of blame Lady for it, and Lady is to blame, so they take her to the pet store to get fixed.
The cats don't blame anyone. They're just sitting there, and fucking Aunt Sarah comes down and immediately blames Lady, which, you know, doesn't make any sense, because obviously the dog has never done anything like this before. Brand new cats show up, and then boom, everything's there. The cats are the ones all the way on the top, where the freaking vase was.
She's had it out for the dog for a while.
Of course,
she
has.
loves those cats.
But it's just stupid. But it advances the plot. I understand.
Yeah, like, well, also, what? Do you think that these cats are fucking up Aunt Sarah's house too?
Yes.
No, they're not. They're vindictive little brats.
Craig, the biggest thing the worst thing that you can do is accuse someone of something without even knowing them. And that's what you're doing about these cats.
You know, I love cats, and they're still cats regardless. And I understand when cats do stuff, because they're freaking animals. It's like not that big of a deal. Regardless, I wouldn't take the thing and return it. the dog.
What the? No, she's not okay, so Aunt Sarah takes Lady to the pet store to get fixed, not returned.
Oh, is that what she was doing?
Yeah. What, you think she's going to return someone else's dog to the store trying to get some cash money?
She just wanted to it seemed like she just wanted to get rid of it. If throw a muzzle on it or whatever.
She wanted to solve the problem. And the way to solve this problem in particular is to muzzle that dog.
Craig really thought that Aunt Sarah was getting a muzzle before the return. Like, needs to make sure it has the muzzle before it goes to someone else.
Well, she didn't have a receipt, Richard.
Oh, okay.
You can't return a dog without a receipt. It's insane.
Yeah.
She has to get the receipt for the muzzle first, and then she can return the dog.
She compromised, you know? Like, okay, well, I can't not do nothing with this dog. I guess you have, if I can't return it, what do you have? And I believe she says that. If I can't return it, what do you have?
I don't know if she said that.
But again, she didn't have a receipt, so she couldn't return the dog.
Fine, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So she attempts to buy a muzzle.
Well, first she tries to buy a treat for it.
Well, first she's recommended she buys a treat for it. This pet shop owner also more understanding than the original.
What happened
Seems
in
to
the
like
original?
animals. The original, he's like, yes, what can I do for you today, madame? She's like, I want a muzzle. Ooh, we have this one in new fresh. He just slaps it on the dog's face without even thinking about it.
I didn't know that the original was so dark.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, this one he's just kind of like, oh, do we have to do that?
Yeah, he seems like someone who would own a pet shop. Like this guy likes animals clearly, and I appreciated that. Thank you, Disney.
Yeah, but she ends up getting that muzzle, and she's scared now, guys, and she ends up making a run for it out of this pet shop and into the lion's den.
where it's the most ambitious crossover in Disney history.
What do you mean?
Well, because Simba shows up at this point.
No. It's just some like mean old dog that's pissed because she's in her alley.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's all like, yo, I'm going to rough you up. And Tramp comes in and says like, yo, you better watch out for this girl. She's a cold-blooded killer. And has rabies.
This is probably my favorite part of the movie.
And she gets rabies all over the guy's stuff.
She's rolling all over his meat.
Yeah, I did enjoy that. She's gonna get rabies all over his sausage. I am? Yeah, you are. Oh yeah. This is rabies sausage now. And then he runs away. And then Tramp pretends to die.
Oh, I didn't miss that part.
Well, he goes, oh no, I can't escape. She's got me.
Dude, oh, it's like Play Dead.
It's like Play Dead. Tramp surprisingly well trained for a street dog. Huh? What's that about? Also well versed in the ways of the human world. Huh? What's that about?
I don't know, but Tramp, being as well versed as he is, he teaches Lady the ropes all about being a street dog, and he also teaches her the best place to get a nice Italian meal.
With Arturo Castro.
Who? Is that the guy who runs Cuba?
No, it's his brother.
It's his brother, yeah.
Okay.
This scene is also done really well.
Yeah, they get the 5-star treatment. They get a nice little doggy table, doggy candles, doggy menus, and a doggy plate of spaghetti.
Well, I think it's a normal, regular plate of spaghetti.
What do you mean?
He just happens to give it to 2 dogs, but it's a normal plate of spaghetti. Like, you can give the spaghetti to people. It's the same spaghetti. It is the spaghetti special famous.
He told me they were out of the spaghetti special.
That joke was so stupid and unnecessary.
Yeah, but this is the doggy special.
No, it is not. It is literally the same meal. In fact, they have 2 people looking through the window complaining that they didn't get the spaghetti special because they were allegedly out.
Oh, okay.
It's the same special, man. Stop trying to belittle it. This is a beautiful moment where the Tramp gets upgraded from bones to spaghetti because he brought a lady friend with him. And Tony is ecstatic for him.
And Tony is also super excited for the live musical performance.
It's really good. I can't say it enough.
Did this song have a name?
Yeah. Bella Notte.
Oh, that's like the Pizza Pie song.
It's exactly like the Pizza Pie song.
When
the moon hits your eye.
Hits your eye. Like a big... What's the line? A big pizza pie.
Bella Notte. I was letting you do it.
Is it like a big pizza pie? Is that the...
Yeah, it's when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
Like...
Bella Notte.
Bella Notte.
What did you think other options possibly were for that song?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was like a big pizza pie or like, you know, when the moon hits your eye.
Like a big apple pie.
I don't know. I knew the pizza pie. Because
you knew the pizza pie, you just didn't know what connects.
You didn't know where it
hits
hit
your
him.
eye.
You didn't know where it got hit. Like maybe your leg, maybe your heart. It's all about love, ain't it?
I guess so.
And like maybe he just watched. Maybe he's been playing Majora's Mask. The moon hits an entire town in that game.
Doesn't matter though, because we have the most infamous scene in Disney history, which is the 2 doggies.
Uncle
eating...
Ruckus shows up and starts whistling Dixie.
Uncle Ruckus.
What?
I'm talking about the most infamous scene in Disney history.
What's that?
From the Song of the South.
I've never seen it. Wouldn't
Well,
know.
we're gonna watch it. Thank you, Disney Plus.
Wait, Uncle Ruckus is a character? Is not just the character from the Boondocks?
No, he is a character from the Song of the South. That's why the character's name Uncle Ruckus.
Is he also racist against black people?
I think that entire movie is, so sure, yeah. Why not?
Well, no, because he's racist. As a black person, he hates black people.
No, he doesn't. He's got reverse vitiligo. I'm not going to fight you on this. That's not even on this service, so we're not going to talk about it.
Okay, so let's go back to the other thing that is on the service. And yeah, we have the spaghetti scene, guys. I guess...
Oh, you meant like the most famous scene in Disney history, at least one of them.
Yeah.
I think I honestly, like, it is a really cute, wonderful scene, and I do enjoy it. But I bet the only reason that scene is as well known as it is, because it's the only scene anyone can remember from the freaking movie.
It really is. Like, well, the only reason why people remember it is because, like, it just gets thrown in your face at every opportunity.
It does because it makes such an impact because a lot of people seen this original movie and nothing happens in that movie but this spaghetti scene.
I wouldn't know.
It's classic romance.
I know, but the rest of the movie is so freaking boring. It's just that spaghetti scene.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, after the spaghetti scene, they go to the park, they bark at the moon, we learn that Tramp had a family, and humans don't do loyalty, but dogs do.
Man, this scene is rough.
This scene made me cry. This is the cry alert.
Man.
Cry alert.
I mean, I don't blame him for crying. Like, this is upsetting.
And don't what me?
What?
Tramp was abandoned. That's horrifying.
Yeah,
but like
hardcore,
hardcore abandoned. It's
hardcore.
so sad.
Like, they show all of it. Like, this is so unnecessary. Like, show a little scene where he gets, like, thrown out of the car in a box. I'd rather that than what they did here.
Dude, yeah, they bring him out.
Can you explain this to me? Because I didn't have an emotional connection here.
Because you don't like dogs.
He doesn't not like dog. He hates dogs.
Rich. This is Rich. If Rich had a dog,
you can't
this is what Rich
sympathize
would
with
do.
something you despise, Richard.
Okay, just explain what happens to Tramp exactly for me.
Okay, his master and him roll up in their new jalopy. He gets out of the car, him and the dog. He then takes a ball and then throws it as if he's playing catch. While Tramp is chasing the ball, Boy guns it back into his jalopy and fucking burns rubber.
And then poor Tramp is just sitting there.
And he waits there. He waits there all day. He waits there all night.
And he doesn't come back. It's so sad.
And it's awful. Like, what? Like, I understand you got a baby. Why are you ditching your dog?
It's horrible.
It's messed up.
But you know what? Unfortunately, there are people like that. Like,
I know
people
there are.
suck.
It's miserable. Whatever.
People do that to their own kids. Like, humans.
Well, they probably deserve it.
I got left at a ShopRite.
Oh, man. If only you stayed there.
How did that happen?
Well, his mother threw a ball and then burned rubber. Again, you'd think you'd be able to sympathize with the dog, but it's a dog after all.
I guess we have a lot more in common than I thought.
No, it's just the one thing.
Your mom came back.
This dog's actually pretty smooth.
Shit. Okay. Well, what happens after that? Tramp got abandoned. I guess the dog... I think the dog catcher comes and breaks up the conversation.
Like an hour left of this movie.
Oh my god. Dude, it was rough because, yeah, at this point we have 15 minutes left.
For those that use counting at home, it's like the 6th time we've used the word rough.
Take a shot.
I'm gonna.
Dog catcher breaks up the conversation. Tramp says, yo, he just wants me. Let's split up, lady. And yeah, Tramp ends up getting stuck in a garage with the dog catcher and like
yard.
5 other guys.
It's the train yard, yeah. It's the train yard. And there's a scene earlier where the train yard conductor man is all like, hey, I know that dog. He likes to sleep at my house. We're going to devise a plan together.
Yeah.
He didn't actually have an accent, but
it's okay.
Disney took them all out, so I'm going to try to insert some in.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. You're welcome. Everything needs balance, right?
Definitely. Okay, so Tramp's at the train yard. Everything looks terrible. All hope is lost. Tramp is going to get captured. But what's that? Lady comes in from the window or something like that and ends up barking. And that gives the perfect distraction for Tramp to leave and get out of there. Tramp runs off and he says, yo, lady, that was great. I can't believe you actually did that. Lady? And she's not there. She was still back at the train station. So she gets captured. Tramp is safe. All good. And I guess this is now where we go to the pounded. You got to tell me all about the differences that we have here.
Yeah, so there's there's 2 things. One is, in the original, there is a big white Russian dog with a, fun Russian accent, and a Chihuahua with a Mexican accent. As you probably guessed it, which I don't know. I mean, do you think a Chihuahua with a Mexican accent is offensive?
No.
That seems, Chihuahuas are a Spanish dog.
George Lopez voiced one.
They come from. Yeah, it's Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Probably Beverly Hills Chihuahua is probably racist in some degree. I'm not going to use that as my defense here. But I like the little Mexican dog Chihuahua guy. He's fun. Because there's this scene where they're in the dog pound and they talk about all the women that the Tramp has romanced. And he goes, "Yeah, you got to know my sister. I believe her name was Chiquita Petunia, something Rosalina Chihuahua, or something like that." It's a very good line. It's very fun. It's very cute. We don't get none of that here. None of the dogs have accent. Even the English Bulldog doesn't have an English accent anymore. Like, I don't know. Again, where's the line? Is it racist for an English Bulldog to have an English accent? You know?
I think it's, yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I think that there is a line, but the line is subjective depending on the type of person. Like, if you're giving an accent to, like, you know, a white person, like an English person, like, that can easily just be looked over because, you know, majority rule.
Just
or something.
English.
You say that like there's not...
And he has an English accent.
It's English. That doesn't mean you're white. Fun. There's plenty of people who aren't white who have English accents.
I'm going to ignore what Richard said.
Idris Elba.
What?
Especially since he said majority rules at the end of it. Like, what was
majority
that
rule?
I'm just saying, like, it's just, you made some decisions here. And I understand the cats, but I felt like, you know, you could have had a Chihuahua with a Spanish accent. I think the English Bulldog could have kept his English accent. It's fun, you know?
The Russian.
Everyone's equal.
It's just, apparently there's no representation of other races in this movie other than black people. So take that.
What do you mean? Well, I mean, yeah, they're in the movie.
That's about it.
It was a nice
they
interracial
said,
couple.
We put black people in it. We did our part. Let's take out all the other undesirable races. Because black people are hot right now. You want black people in everything.
That's
why they made Ariel black.
Yeah, you want black people in everything, and you also can't do accents for things.
It's because they're undesirable races. But yeah, that's different, and also the song here is different. Because originally, they're talking about how the Tramp loves a lot of women.
Yeah.
And this woman dog sings about how she loves Tramp. But they changed
in the
it to
original
We
or
Love
this
Tramp.
movie?
The original is about her loving Tramp.
Okay.
Despite his flaws. But this is it's We Love Tramp. He's our best friend. He's a scoundrel and a cad, but we love him.
Yeah, because they make it so that her and the bulldog are kind of a couple.
So the song is completely different?
Not completely. They just changed I Love Tramp to We Love Tramp.
Okay, gotcha.
They were also the same dogs.
They were a couple?
Yeah, they were. They were. They were the
couple.
They were. They said
I don't
earlier.
think so.
Absolutely were. Earlier in the movie when they were captured, and these two were in the dog, like the cage with the dog.
The paddy wagon.
Yeah, exactly. Before Tramp broke them out, Tramp was saying something about how he's better. He's glad that he's free, and they said they'd rather be, like in prison together than alone and
that doesn't
free.
Make them a couple.
Yeah, they can be friends without.
Yeah,
I think that they were a couple.
I don't
know.
They seemed like
I
it.
never got that at all.
I didn't either.
Plus, then they got adopted together. I mean,
yeah, because they're friends. I think I think you don't believe in platonic relationships, and that's something you have to work on.
I think they were a couple.
Okay, I don't see them kiss or hold paws or even hump, because dogs don't need an excuse to hump. They just do it.
Oh my god, you know what? I think he's actually right. And also, Jock and the police dog, they were also a couple. Holy shit.
Who's the
How'd I miss this?
There's no way Jock and the police dog was a couple. He's talking about the bloodhound. He's talking about Trusty.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, I think
they're
Richard also
together,
lost
hanging out.
Richard also doesn't believe in platonic friendships.
Yeah, like the same argument that Craig is making here can be said for those two as well.
I get it. I'm just gonna say, as the one sensible person here, don't worry, ladies. We can be friends. I won't try to fuck you.
I was just trying to make a point. And you took it as me being serious.
Well, as serious as you are from any other time you make a point.
What?
Mr. The House is a character.
Okay, dude. Well,
stop. Let's get back to Lady and the Tramp.
I can fight you on that.
You could. You wouldn't have a great time, but you could.
One of these days, we're going to have to do Haunted Mansion Revisited.
Yeah, next year.
Can't wait. So, where were we? Yeah, that Tramp song. I liked it a lot. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like the original as well. It's a saucy song.
Yeah, but God, this was weird because like in the pound, you feel like all hope is lost, but then it's like the next morning, the very next scene, she gets rescued by her humans, and nothing happens. She goes home. Aunt Sarah says, "Yo, that dog's back, but don't let her near the baby," and they immediately let her near the baby.
Well, yeah, Aunt Sarah sucks. They know that. They're
They
well
knew
aware
that?
of Aunt. They know.
Yeah, it
They're
was
well
very
aware how much
obvious
Aunt
that
Sarah
Aunt Sarah
sucks.
sucked.
Yeah, they were pissed at her. They had wanted nothing to do with her after what happened with this dog's incident.
They even said earlier when they said, you know, that she was going to house sit. They're like, if anybody else could have done it, we would have asked them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But yeah, lady, she's loving life again. Tramp is hating life though, and he's just down in the dumps and finds out that his old pup friends from the pound, they got adopted, and yeah, he's just a lone wolf.
Yeah, but also that's what I want to tell you too. I know they make it seem miserable, but that's because this is coming from a dog's perspective. The dog catcher is finding these dogs, but he's also finding homes for these dogs.
Oh. So he's the hero.
More or less, yeah. I mean, he's probably a little bit too obsessed. But at the end of the day, the dog catcher is not necessarily a bad guy here. It's all from the dog's perspective, and that's how they see things as.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, really. I mean, he finds a home for those two immediately.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And Lady gets back because he informs them that, hey, I found your dog. You're going to want her back.
Man, yeah, this movie skews things quite a bit.
Yeah, and again, it's all intentional. It's dog's perspective.
I didn't get that at all.
Should took better notes.
Fuck.
I got him! Greg, high five! Hell yeah.
I hate you guys.
I was going to say, in real life, you know, when you like, that's the thing you're supposed to do is catch a, you know, a stray dog if you can and help them. So, you know, he was in the right the whole time.
Yeah, he's providing a service.
Okay.
He goes about it the weirdest way, but I think it's because he cares.
Gotcha. So, Tramp, he said he goes to Lady's house just to apologize, like, hey, sorry I let you go. I miss you, though. And she says, I miss you, too. But I'm where I belong with my family. And Tramp just gets rejected. And he's got to go home, I guess. And that's when the big climax of the movie, guys. I don't know.
The big fucking rat comes back.
Yeah, the rat returns. And he climbs through the window.
The rat returns, climbs into the baby's room through the window. And lady, she's getting ready. She says, I gotta get up to that room, but what do you know? The dog catcher, he's at the door, and he's all like, yo, that dog, she knows where that other dog is, and I gotta get that other dog, so...
Let me interrogate your dog.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Like, why did he come to their house? Like, I guess he thought that, oh, the dog that I've been trying to get, he's friends with that dog, so let's just wait here for him.
Yeah, stake out the joint. Which he could have done from, like, across the street.
Well, in fairness, he was right.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely, 110%. Again, this guy is very competent at his job. Doesn't make it less weird.
But yeah, lady, she starts barking up a storm, and she gets locked in the closet. And she keeps making a ruckus in that closet, and Tramp decides that he has to go back to the house. Tramp comes back, he sneaks his way past everyone, I guess, and goes to the baby's room to kill the rat. Which he ends up doing, but he makes a mess of everything and tips over the baby's crib.
It nearly kills the baby.
Like, I understand that rats carry diseases, and diseases aren't good for babies. But you know what also isn't very good for babies?
Being launched out of a crib.
Just launching them out of their crib. Which Tramp promptly manages to do.
Like, this rat seemed hell-bent on, like, doing something to this baby, though.
We don't
I
know.
don't even know. I don't
Probably
even
was
know
looking
if it
for
was.
food.
Yeah, I don't think the rat was intentionally bringing harm to the baby. I think the
He
rat
totally
just saw an
was.
open window. Like, the rat didn't even go for the baby first, because the rat was in the room with the baby for a long time before the tramp got there. What is he doing? He's like crawling through dollhouses and crap.
He's trying to figure out how to get to the baby.
He's not trying to figure out, guess what? The baby's right next to the window you came in from.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of this.
It doesn't, it's a rat. He chased the rat. It's like, I agree. Rat, probably not great next to the baby, but just be careful, man.
But neither is the mangy dog.
Yeah,
living
probably
outside.
shouldn't want you, the street dog. Yeah, probably shouldn't let that in with the baby either. Whatever. He manages to disable the baby, probably.
Who disables the baby?
The dog, probably. And he knocks the crib right the frick over, man. Like,
Did this happen in the original?
yeah, actually, it's a lot more violent in the
Yeah,
original.
the baby got launched into the, and it landed on
Launched
the,
through-
it was on the ceiling fan. It was spinning around. It was hanging on the
What?
fan.
Yeah, the blanket gets caught in the fan. It's just spinning around the room, and the baby goes, ha, 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 and it gets launched out the window. And it, like, bounces off an awning and onto, like, a construction site. And Tramp has to go running around the site to try to catch it, but there's a bunch of saw blades and stuff chasing him. But then he manages to push the baby back into he, like, launches it with, like a slingshot.
Like a catapult.
Yeah, like a trebuchet.
There you go.
And the
This
baby
just
makes
sounds
it
like
back
Looney
into
Tunes.
the room. Yeah, well, it was animated back then. This is like the fourth biggest change for this movie.
They couldn't do all this slapstick in this movie.
I mean, I bet they tried. I guarantee it. If we go into that, maybe it's in those extras we didn't bother watching. Is the original cut of this where they do all the slapstick, but does it look right? Because it's live action.
But yeah, so after the baby gets launched out of the crib, the dog catcher, luckily he's there and he takes Tramp away. And goodbye, I guess. And now Lady can get out of the closet. She sees that Tramp killed the rat, and the whole family is just super impressed when they see this dead rat. And Lady goes away to find Tramp. Goodbye, family. And then we have the climax of the movie.
Again.
Multiple climaxes, baby.
Wow.
That's how you know it's a chick flick. Waka waka.
Great. So we have an epic high-speed chase in which Lady chases after the dog catcher's carriage, and she ends up scaring the horses that are pulling the carriage, so they go even faster. But eventually she decides to get in front of the carriage to stop the horses, and I don't know what happens because, I guess the horses wanted to continue to go fast, but the driver man wanted to stop them, which causes the carriage to just break in two.
I didn't get it.
And nearly killed the frickin'
physics.
the dog catcher.
Nearly killed everyone involved.
It's true.
Except
yeah,
for the
Except
horses.
maybe the horses, I guess.
Yeah, the horses were fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a crazy spectacle in which the carriage just breaks apart. The what is the thing on the back? Like the jail on the back of the thing, just breaks open. Tramp is wounded. The dog catcher's wounded. But, I don't know. The family comes in. They're just worried about Lady. But I guess Lady just howls at the moon next to the bleeding Tramp, and turns out he's alive. Don't you worry, guys.
Yeah, his leg's a little hurt. He's fine. He can walk it off.
Yeah, and good thing he can just walk it off, because the dog catcher, he says, I'm going to take this guy back to the pound even if we both have to walk. And they start walking. He's all leashed up and they're ready to go. Except the family says, hey, you can't take him away. He's our dog. He has a home. You can't take a homeboy to a pound. So, yeah, family realizes that they have the...
No, you can't take a homeboy to the...
You can't! Sorry, home dog.
No, you had it right the first time. I don't know why Craig...
It's just funny to me.
Yeah, you can't take the homeboy to the pound. Sorry, Popo.
Yeah, you're trying to make me second guess myself, Craig.
No, you were right. It was just funny.
But yeah, the family says Tramp, he protected their baby and he's a good boy. So now he's their dog, and next Christmas they get him a collar because it takes that long to get a dog a collar.
Again, they had to get a new house, I guess. I don't know.
It burnt down again. Man.
Yeah, it happens.
These collars are expensive. They have to spend money, replacing the house first.
Well, the thing is, they were just like out of money after they got the first collar for Lady. Well, the thing is, like, because she lost her collar at the pet store, so I don't know. Did they have to get her a new collar after the pet store?
Did she have a collar at the end of the movie?
How are the collars made? Are they like forged?
You gotta go to a collar smith.
Yeah, they have to use it. They put it in like metal, and back
Put it in like metal.
in like it's made out of metal.
Like metal.
They forge it. Shut up.
It's like metal.
Don't worry, Craig, it's Christmas morning. Our boy gets a collar. He's part of the family, and all is well in the world. The end. It's like metal.
And then you missed what about the post-credit scene where the KKK shows back up again?
I was going to say, if there's a fucking post-credits scene, I swear to God.
It is a Disney movie, and it's 2019. There's a post-credit scene.
Tell us about the post-credit scene and not the one that involves the Klansmen outside the house.
That's just what happened.
Because they're inside the house this time, and they'd like to apologize.
This is your fourth house. We want to apologize for all the other houses.
Like, we noticed you got another dog, and those collars are expensive. I mean, they're like made of metal, so we're not gonna burn your house this time.
Then the one Klansman takes off his mask, reveals himself, and he's actually Tramp's original owner.
I would believe that because he's a horrible human being. Who abandons a dog?
That's the big cliffhanger that they're leaving open
For the sequel.
Sequel.
In the original movie, didn't they have puppies?
KK crazy.
Guys, this movie sucked.
No, it didn't. Well,
didn't suck.
I will say this. Out of the live action movies,
If a movie takes 30 minutes longer to end than it should, then yes, it sucks. Like, it just dragged on for so long. This was painful.
all of them were like this. I think this is the least egregious live action film they've done, and especially since they didn't charge people $10 or whatever, $15 to see it in a theater. They should do all their live action stuff like this. And also, it remains true to the original source material, because that's also not a great movie.
I guess.
Like, they've done this. If you're gonna do the live action stuff, this is how I feel like they should be doing it.
Well, what's weird for me is that this was harder to sit through than Lion King and Aladdin.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is.
I think, Lion King and Aladdin, there's more nostalgia for them because you grew up with those movies. Lady and the Tramp, I mean, yeah, we watched it, I'm sure, as a kid. I watched it. Oh, you didn't watch it as a kid. I watched it as a kid. But it wasn't a movie that stuck with me, like Aladdin and Lion King. I might have had a Tramp and a Lady plush, I'm sure, as a kid.
Yeah, probably.
Because me and my brother had like a million Disney plushes.
Lucky you guys.
Growing up. Well, you had all the Digimon, Rich.
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't have all the Digimon. I only had them after you traded them to me for, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something? Or did I just
I am
money?
tired
Was it
of
just money?
your first world problems, Greg.
Yeah, stop talking about first world problems, because we're going to have to talk about someone else's problems next week, which they have it a lot worse than us guys.
Women. The unspoken minority.
Especially teenage women, the even less spoken of minority.
Oh my god, teenage women in the military? Like, do they even have rights anymore?
Oh my god. Yeah, you just keep on piling it up.
Yeah. Holy smackaroni.
Wait, did we even say the name of the movie?
Next week, we're going to go watch that great movie with the girls in the military school. It's called Cadet Kelly.
Boy, oh
I get
boy.
this-
I'm
some
Craig
rights.
Stew, and I'm leaving too.
What the fuck, guys? This is Dunce #1 signing off. Why can't we ever do this properly now?
You follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, at Disney Dunces.
Are you finished?
Leave it 2.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm the third one. It's made of metal, guys.
Elsa, the past is not what it seems. You must find the truth. Go north, across the enchanted lands, and into the unknown. But be careful. We have always feared Elsa's powers were too much for this world. Now we must hope